So people no longer like nonprofits because they're selfish and they're boring. They don't stand out from a crowd. And for potential donors, they all look the same. Don't let your nonprofit fall into this trap because I know your heart is in the right place. So today I'm going to provide a few tips in this video of how you can stand out from the crowd and stop looking selfish to potential donors and donors. Hey, this is Faith, helping nonprofits succeed through marketing and fundraising. Welcome back to the NPO Hearts channel. For the new people here, first of all, welcome. My name is Faith Monis, and I'm with NPO Hearts. We help marketers, fundraisers, and nonprofits change the world by offering daily free educational videos about the skills they'll need to succeed. And today I'm going to talk to you about why nobody cares about nonprofits anymore. Yes, it is a sad day for nonprofits because nobody else really cares. You try to get other people to volunteer, and it may be like pulling teeth. Well, that's because people view nonprofits as selfish, and that's not necessarily your nonprofit's fault, but a lot of nonprofits have become selfish where they'll just ask anyone for money, and even if they don't want to give money, they'll keep on pushing the issue, even if they're not a good match. And there's tons of other reasons, and not standing out from a crowd. Especially younger people. If you're doing something with Mission A and somebody else is doing with Mission A, and you guys only do small things difference, most people are not going to see the difference in that. Even though you guys might, the government might, grants might, individual donors and people who view your nonprofit is not going to see much of a difference. And you got to really stand out today. There's like 1.5 million nonprofits each that's registered with the IRS. That's not counting NPOs and things that aren't registered with the IRS. You have to really stand out. So I'm going to give you guys some information today on why you guys don't stand out. So the big point is that, like I said, you don't stand out. So you need better marketing than word of mouth. You need to create a real marketing plan, and you need to sit down and you need to plan this out. This needs to be in your top things to do. It should be with a business plan. It should be up there. So you should have this created. And even if you don't have a marketing budget, there are ways to market without any money. Okay, you need to clarify your cause. How are you different than every other nonprofit out there? You need to make that clear to everyone, or they're going to ignore you. They're not going to think you're important. You need to tap into a younger demographic. So even millennials, Generation X and Z, these are people that are adults now. These are people who think, but a lot of people don't approach these people. They're approaching baby boomers, people who are older and who they assume have more money and stuff, but even younger generations may want to give if they feel for your cause. You just have to approach them the right way. So you have to speak from your heart. If you don't believe in your cause, nobody else is going to believe in it. Passion is number one before anything, before any skill set. You have to have passion for what you're doing. So you have to be able to speak from the heart. You have to have a passionate team. You have to be passionate about your fundraising. You have to believe in what you're doing. You can't be feeling ashamed by what you're doing. Okay, so the next one is stop being super professional and everything. This is going back to the younger demographics. Sorry, the younger demographics. You need to seem like you're creating a relationship with them. You don't always want to talk to them like it's a super professional thing. Unless that's what they want, then respect their wishes and be professional with them. But for the most part, you need to bring down those professional walls so people can see you. And your causes need to be relatable. It needs to be something that people can feel with, like a Disney movie. Like, people may not be going through that exact thing, but when they see the story, they can feel the emotions. So you need to make it relatable in some way. So another thing is they don't know who you are. They don't know what you're doing. So to do that, you need to utilize social media. Now, you can do Facebook, you can do Twitter, you can do Pinterest, you can do Instagram, LinkedIn. There's tons of different places you can do for Twitter. And you can even automate it if you don't have the time, but don't seem like a robot when you automate it. Put actual content in there. Think it out. Think, if I was getting this content, would this something that would impress me, that I would want to read, that I would stop my day for? So have a good event. You can, if you're an in-person, or even if you're virtual, you can have a virtual event, or you can have an in-person event, and not just some tiny event, like something that is really memorable for people, something where they can remember who you are through that event, and they go, oh yes, that's what they were doing. Get some free PR. There are free PR everywhere. There's sites that you can sign up for, like Ask a Reporter is a site. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. They'll actually come to you and they will ask you things about what you're doing. And then make sure that you're online with a website, hosting, domain name, that you have some kind of theme to your website. You may be posting content so that you can attract people in. You want to provide some kind of thing. So, and then another thing you need to overcome is the bystander effect. And this is for a lot of things in life. It's not just for nonprofits, but it's when somebody looks at the situation and they go, somebody else is going to help, so I don't need to. You need to bypass that. And to do that, some short tips to do that is let them witness helping behavior. So you can take videos, pictures, write stories about people who are actually getting help from donations. Another way is to create a close relationship with these people so that you can actually speak to them like a friend, or however they want to be spoken to by you, and tell them what you're doing like a friend, not like a business professional. You need to model positivity. I mean, you need to be a positive role model. Sorry. You need to show what it needs to be like. So if you believe in it and you're doing everything that you can do for it, other people may follow suit because they see how passionate you are about it. Going back to the passion is number one. Report the impact of donations. You can report it online. You can report it on your website, in your newsletter. If you have direct mail, you can report it there. But you need to show the donors and the potential donors what exactly is happening with those donations. And then if somebody is donating, let them know what their individual donation did. Do not make mass copies of thank you letters. Make sure each letter is unique and that you're telling them exactly what they did. And then follow up on them and be like, this is what we ended up doing with your money. So help people feel their emotions rather than suppress them. Going back to the bystander effect, is you can help people, like you want people to feel their emotions, happiness, sadness, rather than suppress them and just go on like a robot in their daily lives, which is harder now, but it's still possible. Okay, so another reason is that your storytelling sucks. That you're not telling a good story about your nonprofit. So people are bored. People love stories. People's brains are trained to love stories. The chemical that's released when we hear stories, it makes you fall in love. It makes you feel trust. It makes you feel all these wonderful things, and people just do not utilize them enough or correctly. You need to show the big vision with your stories, what you want to be doing. If you could do anything you could do, like the main goal, if you got all the money in the world for your thing, what would you be wanting to accomplish as your nonprofit? What's your big, crazy idea, dream goal, okay? And you need to appeal to human core values. People are human. Even though people may not seem like it all the time, there is a human behind that computer or, behind that phone, and you need to just appeal to their emotions in the right way. And you need to, don't give them cookie cutter advice and solutions. Don't give them a script. People hate scripts. They want to be talking to like they're a regular person. So show real people and real outcomes with the donations that it's affected, real examples that it's done for the community. You want to build relationships. So donor relationship is a lot like a marriage. You need to have a connection. So you don't want to force somebody to like your cause, because that's just going to end up badly for everyone. They're going to be miserable and you're going to be miserable if you can force them into that. It's like forcing someone into a marriage. You don't want to do it. You want to have a connection. You want to build trust. You want to do it over time. And then you get to that situation where they may donate or they donate again and again and again. You don't want to ignore them. You want to keep paying attention to them and who they are as an individual, what they like and everything. Don't be ashamed of fundraising for your cause. Once again, really believe in it. Comes down, your whole team has to believe in it, because if you believe in it and then you send people out there like fundraisers who don't believe in your cause, then it's going to end up disastrous. You need people who really believe in your cause. Okay, so another big reason is that you don't involve them enough. So they feel left out. They may be looking in on you. They may feel like they're the outsiders to your organization. You want to involve them as much as possible, because if they feel involved, they're going to want to help more. So you need to practice gratitude with this. So a good way to do this is having handwritten letters, thank you letters. Make sure you send them out as soon as possible if somebody donates. Having a donor spotlight. Whenever anyone donates, have a spotlight on them. Whether you want to send an email list out being like, this is who donated, you have a little article or a newsletter or direct mail. Just make sure that you do some kind of donor spotlight, even in like a donor volunteer award thing at the end of the year or something like that. You want to be transparent. You want to show people what you are doing with the money. So you can do pictures and videos of the back end of things on what you're doing. You can show, in the office, out in the field, whatever you're doing as your nonprofit. And then show them what their donation has done. We've gone over that a little bit in the building relationship. So just make sure, a lot of nonprofits have ruined it because they don't build relationships, they don't stand out, and people don't care anymore. It's really hard. There's 1.5 million. So make sure yours stand out with these actionable tips. And I'm actually going to be including down at the below, including a checklist for your nonprofit to avoid it as being perceived as selfish or lackluster or boring when you're actually not, and how to stand out from the 1.5 million. So if you got a lot of information and a lot of helpful stuff from this video today, make sure you comment below, or if you wanted something added, comment below, or subscribe. Make sure you turn on the notifications for this video. And I just want to thank you guys so much for coming and watch this video today. And I've got so much more I want to tell you guys. I've got a video coming out every day. So just I hope to see you guys in the future. And bye.